The budget of Her Majesty's government is an annual budget set by Home Treasury for the following financial year, with the revenues to be gathered by HM Revenue and Customs and the expenditures of the public sector. In compliance with government policy, the budget is one of two statements given by the Chancellor of the Exchequer, with the spring statement being given the following year. Budgets are usually set once every year and are announced in the House of Commons by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. The 2017 budget took place on Wednesday, the 22nd of November 2017, and the Chancellor presented the 2018 budget on Monday, the 29th of October 2018. Since autumn 2017, the United Kingdom budget typically takes place in the autumn in order to allow major tax changes to occur annually, well before the start of the fiscal year. The most recent budget was presented by Rishi Sunak on Wednesday, the 3rd of March 2021. The UK fiscal year ends on the 5th of April each year. The financial year ends on the 31st of March of each year. Thus, the UK budget for financial year 2011 would cover the period from the 1st of April 2011 to the 31st of March 2012 and is often referred to as 2011-12. Historically, the budget was usually released in March, less than 1 month before the beginning of the new fiscal year. Parliament was not expected to take action on a budget for the fiscal year until the summer, several months after the start of the fiscal year. For that reason, Parliament typically passed a vote on account in early spring that provided continuity of funding into the new fiscal year, up until the point that the new budget was enacted. The spending authorized in the vote on account was normally 45% of the amounts already authorized in the current fiscal year, taking into account the main estimates and any revised or supplementary estimates already approved by Parliament. Legislative action on the proposed budget generally aligned with the executive's original budget request. Failure to carry the budget would regarded as tantamount to a vote of no confidence in the government. Since November 2017, the budget was moved to the autumn, with a view to passing the Finance Act before the commencement of the financial year. Votes on account should no longer be necessary. Governmental departments submit their funding requests, called main supply estimates, to Home Treasury. The government then releases this data in a large consolidated document titled Central Government Supply Estimates. Main supply estimates. The government reserves the right to submit supplementary estimates in the spring and winter of a given fiscal year to update its agency's spending totals for the current financial year and report any governmental reorganizations. When an agency submits a supplementary estimate, it is customary to also submit an estimate memorandum to the agency relevant oversight committee in Parliament describing and justifying the changes. This condenses two functions: reporting supplemental spending requests and agency reorganizations. Differences between the UK and United States. 1. The period of fiscal year. The UK fiscal year ends on the 5th of April each year, while in the United States it begins on the 1st of October and ends on the 30th of September the following year. 2. The person that the budget document begin with. In the UK, budgets are usually set once every year and are announced in the House of Commons by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. But, in the United States, it often begins with the President's proposal to Congress recommending funding levels for the next Fiscal year. Differences between the UK and European Union. 1. The entity that proposes the budget differs with the UK. In the EU, the budget is proposed annually by the European Commission, and reviewed and negotiated by the Council of the European Union and the European Parliament. 2. In the EU, the annual budget must remain within ceilings determined in advance by the multi-annual financial framework, laid down for a 7-year period.